Hello, my name is Jeff Hale, and I'm the owner of Linkt-IT Medical, which is a medical device incubator and technology company in Hickory, North Carolina. And I just wanted to take the time to explain a little bit about what we do and how we've used the Manufacturing Solutions Center based down in Catawba Valley Community College to help us with a variety of projects that we've had with clients. We've done a good amount of work with and in collaborating with the education community in this area, and there are an awful lot of unique resources and capabilities that the folks at MSC have been able to bring to bear to benefit our business and in particular our clients, our domestic clients here in the United States. So with that, what I thought I'd do is kind of run through a few of the highlights in terms of what we've done down there. Because for whatever reason, I believe it's important for the folks that are involved in this business and or people that may be looking at or considering utilizing the resources that are available to them to have a better understanding possibly of what is available there and how those folks can really support the business and commercial community here locally, regionally, and probably well beyond here in Western Carolina where I live. I had the good fortune of meeting Tony Whitener and his team down at MSC about, I believe, 2.5 years ago, and was introduced to him through a friend who is in the textile business and told me that you just got to come down here, you got to meet these guys and see what they can do. We had 2 or 3 developmental concepts that we were working on that we wanted to see if they could be knitted. Here were some very specialized knit structures that were going to require some specialized fibers and materials, and so we were referred down there. And so my friend Bill took me down and introduced me to Tony and Shane and that whole group down there, and we immediately, I think, identified 4 or 5 key projects that, once I understood what they were capable of, helped me understand that they could really accelerate what we're doing. So we've worked on specialized knit structures for medical applications, which is the business I'm in, to create a very differentiated and disruptive technology for orthopedic applications, for casting, fractured limbs in particular. We've done a lot of work with various client companies where they've been competing with predominantly offshore competitors, and through the use of and support that we've been able to garner through the lab functions there at MSC, we've been able to very quickly identify what fibers and materials and structures we've been competing against, which accelerates your ability to adapt and change amazingly well. Probably the third and one of the most valuable ongoing support elements that, to my knowledge, isn't available anywhere is I went down and met with Tony and his team and said, hey, you know, here is an application for a medical product. It's a safety product that assists in the prevention of patient falls. And unfortunately, there's no industry or ASTM standard that allows you to take one of those products and compare it from a performance standpoint with its competitors domestically or internationally. And so through a collaboration with that team down there, they actually really accelerated us by doing some research and identifying some similar standardized test methodologies. We're able to get access for us, with us, to the standardized test protocol and apparatus that was required, recommended some adaptations to that standardized testing, and ultimately that's an ongoing service that we use repeatedly. It's a kind of thing where we need an independent laboratory setting to be able to provide that third-party testing for us, and the group down there is set up to do it, happy to do it, and one of the most amazing things to me is that they can turn that work around very, very rapidly, which allows us, as I'm working with clients, allows us to adapt and change to competitive environments, as well as opportunistically revise products as necessary to try to hit a price point or a new performance requirement. So There's, I think, probably three pretty quick examples of individually separate areas where we've been able to either gain access to knowledge and insight to how materials can be put together through specialized manufacturing capabilities and or testing testing in a laboratory setting and or performance testing. None of those, to my knowledge, are available anywhere commercially. And certainly not for the benefit to support the mission that the MSC has, which is largely to support domestic economic growth and development here in Western Carolina and beyond.